cliches because you're here to witness a one-of-a-kind, first time ever, a moment frozen in time in the history of collegiate baseball. For today marks the creation of the first ever comprehensive Hall of Fame for the sport and the induction of our first class of honorees. Good afternoon, my name is John Askins. I'm Chairman and CEO of the College Baseball Foundation, an organization that was created just short of 2 years ago, right here in Lubbock, Texas, to begin such a historical record and to create increased exposure and new opportunities for college baseball. A selection in our first ever class of 2006, and that's got a great ring to it. Call your name. Representing Louisiana State University, Coach Skip Bergman. Mr. Will Clark. Representing the University of Southern California and his late dad, legendary coach Rod Dado, Mr. Justin Dado. From the University of Miami, Coach Ron Frazier. You guys have been in the state long enough to know what this is. If you don't, we've got two guys that will have lessons after the program. From the University of Texas, Coach Cliff Gustafson. Representing the Sun Devils, Arizona State University, Mr. Bob Horner. Longhorn from the University of Texas, Mr. Brooks Kieschnick. Representing the University of Minnesota, a Golden Gopher, Mr. Dave Winfield. And from Arizona State University, as you can tell, he's a little different, Coach Bobby Winkle. This man from Oklahoma State. We've decided Robin is stealth. He was at the airport in Omaha and he walked right by me. He's invisible. During the past few days, our inductees have had a chance to share their life stories and relay how they achieved their success. And now that is all part of the historical record and archive that rests in the Southwest Collections, Special Collections Library. They've also had a chance to meet many of you around Lubbock, and I think they found out what we already know, that the greatest thing about the South Plains is the friendliness of the people and the hospitality of its citizens here.
Baseball. His abundance of natural talent earned him the nickname, The Natural. Will Clark was a 3-year standout, first baseman at Mississippi State. He did that from 1983 through 1985. And he set a school career record with a .391 batting average, including 61 home runs and 199 RBIs. He was a Coaches Association All-American in 1984, a consensus All-American in 1985, and he became the first player in Southeastern Conference history to win the coveted Golden Spikes Award. Will was drafted as the second overall pick in the 1985 draft by the San Francisco Giants, and he had a flair for the dramatic. In his first at-bat as a minor leaguer, he hit a home run. In his first major league at-bat on April 8, 1986, he hit a first pitch home run off of Nolan Ryan. It was a great beginning to an impressive 15-year major league career in which he posted a .303 career batting average and was a 6-time All-Star. He was a 2003 inductee into the Mississippi State University Sports Hall of Fame, and today he becomes an official member right here at the National College Baseball Hall of Fame. Please welcome Mr. Will Clark.
myself, but also my family. And I am truly, truly honored to be here. This is absolutely amazing. It's been a great last few days. I want to thank the College Baseball Foundation for getting it started here in this inaugural class. Is absolutely unbelievable. I'd like to also thank my wife, Lisa, my daughter Ella, my son Trey. Yeah, boy. Jared and Heather Worley. I greatly appreciate them being here. I can tell you one thing right now. This is quite an honor, and to be up here with these other inductees in the inaugural class is by far beyond my wildest dreams. I've had a chance to either play against or be coached against by all these individuals up here, and what an awesome first class. This is absolutely amazing. For me personally though, there's one person in my amateur career that stands out, and that would have to be Coach Ron Pope from Mississippi State. I got recruited from New Orleans, Louisiana. I was a little young guy in high school. I got drafted out of high school, but I just was not mature enough at all. And I went to Mississippi State University, and after 3 years of being around that gentleman right there, all of a sudden, I figured out what it was to be on time, to make sure you go out there and do your schoolwork, make your grades, and have fun in the sport of baseball. And I can tell you one thing right now, I know a lot of other people, we've talked about this, especially Robin Ventura. I was not a big fan of running. I hated running. And if you were late, if you were not on time, if you did not do the things that you were supposed to do on the baseball field, you ran. So thanks to Coach Pope for getting me straightened out by then, because I was not going to run. Coach Pope's staff at the time. We had a few other guys that were there. Coach Tim Sumner, Brian Shute, Jeff Stewart, Ronnie Osborne, and Jim Case. Those gentlemen put in just as much time as did Coach Pope. They lent a great deal of expertise in the game, and it really paid off down the road. The other thing that I want to talk about too, and really nobody says it, but you go on to a professional career, but you had a lot of other players that you played with on the field, and they made the same sacrifices you did. They tried to learn the game the same way you did, and because of those other players, I was able to make it to the College World Series, and also because of those other players, you were able to put up quite a few statistics that you sit there and shake your head at sometimes. So I want to thank those people. Also, my mother and father, they came to all of my games at Mississippi State, even though we were 5 hours away from home. They drove quite a bit, and they lent their expertise in quite a few ways too. So I want to thank them. Lastly, is a few guys from Mississippi State. Stratton Karatasis, who was our trainer at the time, Dr. Rusty Lynn, who was our doctor, and then a good friend of mine, Rob Bullock. They were all in my corner at all times, and I want to thank them so much. Mississippi State itself, if many of you have been there, is a baseball dream. Every day when you come to the ballpark in an amateur setting, you have anywhere from 5,000 to 15,000 people in a stadium cheering you on. And as an amateur player, it's absolutely unbelievable. There's a left field lounge. It has barbecues going, and the fog from the barbecues comes over the field.
In the end, Bob Horner set an NCAA record with 58 career home runs for the Sun Devils, set a 25-homer season record, and was selected the MVP of the 1977 College World Series. He was twice named to the All-American team in 1977 and 1978. A very versatile fielder, he played shortstop, second base, and third base during his career, earning all WAC honors 3 times. He was also the first Golden Spikes Award winner, as well as the Sporting News' Player of the Year in 1978. The Atlanta Braves made him the #1 overall pick in the 1978 Major League Draft, and he made his debut in the same year, and in his first game, he belted a home run against the Pirates. He went on to win the National League Rookie of the Year honor, also in 1999, he was named the College Player of the Century on that team. And a pretty cool moment also, 20 years from this Friday, in a game against Montreal, he joined a very elite group. Bob hit 4 home runs in 1 game. Only 14 other major leaguers have been able to say that. An inductee into the National College Baseball Hall of Fame, Bob Horner.
Excuse me for this interruption, but I failed to introduce our most valuable player, Marguerite. Will you please stand?
Well, let me just take this in for a second. Just a couple of words before I get going with my speech. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the veterans in the audience today, as well as our servicemen and women overseas. Hearty thank you to the city of Lubbock. God, you have treated me and my family so special. People coming in from all over the country, my family and friends to see this, and give yourselves a big round of applause. It's been wonderful. Also, these guys back here, congratulations to all of them. Well done. But more importantly, thanks to their families, the wives, the children, the uncles, the dads, the moms who spent hours and gave up so much for us to be able to accomplish things we did. Thank you all very much. Thanks to the Baseball Foundation, John Askins, to all the people who had decided to vote for me and include me in this prestigious award. Citibank, the title sponsor, for all you've done to make this day and this 3 or 4 days a very wonderful experience. And again, a big thank you to the city of Lubbock. No kidding. You know, you're not going to get the same push.
Oklahoma State offensive records, including the highest single-season batting average of .469. Ventura had an unbelievable freshman year. He hit .469 with 21 homers and 96 RBIs. And to cap off a collegiate career, he was named the Player of the Decade by Baseball America, as well as the starting third baseman on the all-time team. Then his junior year was just more icing on the cake. The Cowboys set a school record with a 61-8 mark. Ventura was named an All-American once again. After the '88 season, he played for the gold medal winning team USA during the Summer Olympics in Seoul and was drafted by the Chicago White Sox as the 10th pick in the first round. He was also the winner of the Golden Spikes Award and the Dick Hauser Trophy for the outstanding collegiate play. He enjoyed an impressive career in the major leagues and retired in 2004 after 16 seasons. In his major league career, he posted 18 grand slams. That's third on the all-time list, and if I remember right, I like to dig up some interesting stats. He's the only player to hit a grand slam in both games of a doubleheader. He was named the College Baseball Player of the Year the last 20 years in the magazine's 20th anniversary celebration, and today we name him to the National College Baseball Hall of Fame. Please welcome Mr. Robin Ventura.
This is pretty special. I think, you know, obviously first we'd like to, I would like to thank the College Baseball Foundation for putting this together. I think it's amazing. I'd like to thank John Askins for all his work to get us all here and to get this in Lubbock. I'd like to thank the city of Lubbock for bringing us here and treating us the way they have these past couple days, and we've all been in awe of this, and to put put this together so quickly and have it run this way. We're very happy to be here, and we just want to thank you. A few people to thank for me. Obviously, I went to Oklahoma State University. Not drafted in high school, didn't really get a whole lot of offers, and I'd really like to thank Oklahoma State University and my coaches, Gary Ward, Tom Holliday, Dave Holliday, for taking a chance on somebody they'd never seen before. And for me, it was special. I enjoyed all 3 years there. I could never ask for anything more than what they gave me as far as support, letting me grow up. Great opportunity to play baseball, and to further my career in baseball would never have been possible without being able to go to Oklahoma State. To also like to think that the people in Oklahoma, who I've always said are the most overly nice people I've ever met, and I truly wouldn't be here without their support. A lot of people have come here, as many of these gentlemen have said, to see me up here. I would like to thank my wife, Stephanie. We have 4 children, Rachel, Maddie, Grace, and Jack. My father-in-law, Chuck, my mother-in-law, Carolyn, his wife, Carol. My parents, without their support, obviously none of this would be possible. I was a trailer for my dad, really. My dad coached my 2 older brothers in baseball, and I was fortunate enough just to be able to go with him. And if I shagged enough balls for them, I'd be able to hit at the end. So I want to thank him for letting me do that, and just all of his lessons that he's given me that I've used to this day. I don't think my kids really enjoy that, but they're lessons well earned.
The rest is history. He was an all-round athlete known for his natural ability. He started his both as a powerful offensive and a defensive force as well. He could drive in runs and throw out runners from right field with a lethal right arm. He was the first-team All-American in 1973. Dave was twice named as All-Big Ten player in 1971 and 73. During his senior season, he was 9-1 with a 2.74 ERA and 109 strikeouts in 82 innings. He also batted .385 with 8 home runs and 33 RBIs in 130 at-bats that season. He was named MVP in the 1973 College World Series and signed with the San Diego Padres that same year. He went straight into the major leagues, and in his first year hit .273 in 56 games. He enjoyed an impressive 22-year career in the major leagues, and back in 2001 in a ceremony looking kind of like this in Cooperstown, he was inducted as a member of the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Today he joins the inaugural class of the National College Baseball Hall of Fame, Mr. Dave Winfield.
Hello, Lovett. How you doing? Well, you know, first thank you to the college. It's interesting. I'm listening to all these guys up here, guys I've played against, people that are coaches that I've known about for so long. And believe me, this is a prestigious award today, and I'm just honored to be up here sharing the stage with guys just like this. Great players, great coaches, and great characters, as you've heard already. Wonderful group of people. I just want to tell you that my life has been, it's been a wonderful life. And I hope I'm still in the first half of it. Man, here I'm at a loss for words. This is an opportunity to talk about baseball, a sport that I love, a sport that I'm an advocate of, a sport that I still participate in at the professional level. I was very fortunate. Although I was born with a lot of God-given ability, I found something that I loved in life very early on, and it was baseball. Grew up there in St. Paul, Minnesota back in the 50s, back when you could play sandlot baseball, be out of the house 6, 8, 10 hours a day, just come home for lunch, just come home for dinner. Although he's not here today, he's back in Minnesota. My brother Steve and I used to play all the time. We used to eat, sleep, drink baseball. I remember one year they delivered gravel for our driveway in front. And by the time the summer was over, my brother and I threw the whole thing away. Anything that moved, dogs, cats. That's where I got my arm, But baseball has been a great part of my life. And how shall I start with you, I have to thank my family, God rest her soul, my mother who raised after she was divorced, and I was very young. What I got my character, integrity, strength, drive, everything that it takes to be a ball player from actually my mother, 5'2", every bit of her. When I watched the way she conducted her life, the way she raised her family, my brother and myself, how could I be anything different? Every time we talked throughout our life, it was always give it 100%, and I love you. The times that I traveled near and far to play baseball, it might be in Kansas, it might be in Alaska, it might be in San Diego. She always asked me how I'm doing, give it 100%, and I love you. It always stuck with me. And just to have people around you, the family and friends, when you're going through hard times, ups and downs, baseball, you're never always on top. You're never always great. But there were so many people that helped me along the way. And before I go into telling you some of the people who helped me in my college days and everything, I have to say that, I've been a lot of places, done a lot of things, met a lot of great people, but people who mean so much to me. And first of all, I'm going to introduce her, my wife, my beautiful wife, Tanya. I've known her for 25 years. Stand up now. I'd like to, just quickly tell you a little bit about my college days. Went to the University of Minnesota in 1969. There weren't many people from my community or my area that ever went to the University of Minnesota and on scholarship and, a starting pitcher and doing well. But those 4 years of my life at the University of Minnesota were some of the greatest times. They taught me to grow up. They taught me discipline. They taught me social skills, strengthened me academically, traveled the world, gave me vision to think beyond little St. Paul and Minneapolis, that I could do anything and be anything. The opportunity to play against tough competition everywhere, in the Big Ten and across the nation. Then going up to Alaska and to play summer ball. I have to thank a gentleman named Jim Dietz, who was a coach for San Diego State, one of the great coaches of our era. I have to thank Don Dennis, the general manager up there in Alaska, because when I was at the University of Minnesota, all they were doing was letting me pitch. And in the summer, I'd pitch and I'd hit up there, and I'd always come back with my stats. Dick Seaver, come on, look at the stats, let me hit. And they finally did. And when I think different coaches or people who made an impression in my life, there's a gentleman that very few people would know, but his name was Bill Peterson, a guy who taught me from about 9 years old. He was my longest, the coach that I was with the most. Taught me how to play the game, taught me the mental part of the game, taught me the hustle part of the game, taught me how to play the game right, and it stuck with me. And I enjoyed it, and I kept on playing. So it's guys like that who are unsung, people you may not know around the country, just like there's many people in this audience, your parents, you coaches, your athletic directors. Many of you have been a coach at one time in a young person's life, And I have to thank each and every one of you, because all of us, we may not remember our teachers in life, but we remember our coaches, the good ones, that's for sure. So I appreciate all of that. But those 4 years at the University of Minnesota were great, met a lot of people, traveled, and it was, as Bob Horner mentioned earlier, it was a springboard to other things that I wanted to do in life. I had vision that I could go on and do other things. I was drafted by the San Diego Padres. I was drafted in football and basketball, but I wanted to play baseball. You know, you might negotiate a little, but I always wanted to play baseball. And when I signed, right when I was about to sign, I said, what do you want me to do? They said, we want you to play the outfield, hit the ball every day. I had major adjustments in the major leagues. Didn't come easy. Everybody, I just want you to know, so many people always say, well, he had great athletic ability. He was a natural athlete. You don't make it on that alone. There's a lot of the college baseball professional ranks are littered with people who just had great athletic ability. If they didn't know how to convert their, what they have in their mind and in their heart along with that athletic ability, they didn't make it. So I put all those things together. I was fortunate, God was with me, I avoided injuries, I got along with my coaches, did what they said, and I grew. And I had a wonderful, wonderful Major League Baseball career. But it goes back to those college days, and it goes back to the days I grew up there in St. Paul, Minnesota. Without the support, my family, friends, community, coaches, teachers, I wouldn't be who I am today. Standing up here in Lubbock, Texas, accepting this award and going to the inaugural College Baseball Hall of Fame. It's a great day. It's a great day. It really is, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I found something that I loved, baseball, and it's loved me back. It's given back to me. So you'll always hear me talking about baseball, how great it is. And I have to thank, again, College Baseball, the Hall of Fame, the College Baseball Foundation, just for honoring me here today. I've been out of college for 30 plus years. I'm sitting home minding my own business. They got it wrong. You're going to College Baseball Hall of Fame. I said, all right. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. And I'll close by saying, again, thanks to all those, it seems small, but it's large. Thanks to all those parents who carpooled us over all the years. Thanks to the University of Minnesota, giving me the opportunity for the higher education, growing to the young man, be competent for just about anything in life. I want to thank all the guys I played against, all the coaches. I didn't like them at the time. I was going for the jugular, but they helped bring me to a new level and become the person I am. And without them, they provided me experiences that no one else could duplicate in this world. So thanks again for everyone. Thank you, Lubbock, Texas. And man, I am proud to be here today going into the inaugural class of the College Baseball Hall of Fame. Thanks, guys.